So you're probably wondering why I'm an hour and a half late. So here's what happened. I did actually have time to go ahead and sit down and get some off off camera work done. Got a few simple things and put together a bit of a wish list. So that's cool. That's cool. That's something that's cool to do. And in the middle of essentially being done, I just was dizzy tired. I'm sure some of you know what that feels like. And I'm like, well, I swore that I would go ahead and start, laying down when I get to that level of tired. So I did. No problem. Quick 40-minute nap. Felt better. Yay. Then I got up, and it was in time to only be about 45 minutes late. Cool. So I get up, get myself clean, go upstairs. And there's this pinkish crystals all over the floor. Now, if you've been paying any kind of attention, the youngest, Mini Z, has been having this thing lately where she'll find something and she'll smear it all over the floor. She's done that a lot lately. It's actually the first time we've dealt with that. Neither of her two elder sisters had that phase. So this is kind of new to us. And she's always helpful in cleaning it up. That's the weird part. Like, she's not being a brat about it. She's just smearing stuff on the floor. So I just stall, and I'm like, oh, and her father hears me. And as I'm trying to identify what it is, and he rounds the corner, and he just stops like, oh my god. And I figure out what it is. It's salt. She had managed to open the salt container and spread the salt all over the floor. Now, that took a little longer to clean than the other stuff because it's salt. Yeah, pink salt, like Himalayan salt, or whatever it's called. And so that involved not just brushing, but also mopping. And so we had to do that. So that's the real reason I'm late. Right there. Is because my youngest continues to smear stuff all over the floor. I don't know why I said my youngest. My youngest niece. My youngest niece. So that's cool. Vacuum for salt isn't something I would have done. Like, for the breadcrumbs, sure, but salt, it's too rough, too hard, and too smeary? That's the wrong word, but salt can mess up a vacuum's internals, and so you don't want to do that. I don't know the specifics of why, I'm not going to lie to you, but I've been a janitor for like 30 plus years. Generally speaking, unless you can avoid it, you don't want to suck up something that hard and damaging with a vacuum. Now, if you got a shop vac, sure, no problem. Anyways, so I've got a bit of a wish list now. Stuff we can do. That's true. Pig salt is in this game. She knew. She knew what was happening. Oh, and feel free to tell me your suggestion, Federation Builder. And Sean asks, unavailable physically. Yeah, I've noticed that, Sean. They've been pulling back on physical releases. I don't think... And hi, Evo, you just missed the salt story. So, I don't think Nintendo is deliberately sabotaging anything. No. I do think there's some crossed signals with regards to supply lines, because we do know... Well, let me walk that back. I know we can presuminate that Nintendo's supply chains are at least part of the problem why the Switch 2 is in the position that it is. So they're probably trying to de-invest the physical releases. And yes, you absolutely missed a story. Here's the summary. Salt. And that's why I'm late. So, got a wish list of stuff to do. We need, what we really need, essentially first, is we need to get some stuff going. So why don't we get some stuff going? We're actually going to not do the other dungeon, because I just lost an hour and a half of my second shift. So, we're going to do some little stuff. So once again, if you're watching the VOD, nothing of note. Okay, now that all the VOD watchers have closed the video, I'm going to share with you my super secret plan for taking over the world. It's going to be very simple, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do stuff, and I'll have infinite power, and no one can stop me. And people will be like, hey, you can't do that. And I'll be like, why? And they'll be like, well, we'll be good. That'll be the end of that. Alright, so I do want a couple of... No, those are carrots. Durians are this way. I also need mushrooms, and I don't remember where those are, so I need to memorize where those are. I need the metal mushrooms. I also looked up a guide to essentially reverse engineer the exact level, RNG seed, the exact level RNG needed to farm stars if you want to max out the ancient armor. You need 14 pieces to max out the ancient armor. That's terrible. So, no. It really does, Blade Deval. So, congrats on getting a kitten, Dream Whisperer. I do hope you enjoy them, for they are kittens. I am told kittens are quite cute. This is something that is often commented upon. I don't actually know a lot about cats. Really. So I can't comment elsewise. Other than the fact that they are cute. Okay, so we got a few hearties. What I really need... Do I have... Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's way more at that point, Frieza. That's crazy. You are crazy, sir. None in the area? Oh, no. Yeah, I haven't actually had a chance to really farm up scales since the last time we did it. But that's okay. We're not ready for that yet anyways. We need to kill Lionels first. I don't actually know, Dream Whisperer. Real talk. Seriously, there's no iron shrooms over here? Alright, whatever. But yes, I hope your kitten and you bring each other the best of joys. Because if they don't... Wait, that was puppies. Never mind. Well, I thought they spawned here. Apparently I'm wrong. There's like a lot of the useful stuff spots on this mountain. I'm not seeing any. So, I am wrong. Oh. Since we're just roaming, let's get some music going. And since we're in Zelda... You know, I was just thinking, Evo, you would love this game. There's no music. And no romance. Really? No, don't. That's nice. No. I don't care about you. Hello. these aren't them. I mean, people did buy a Switch to buy this game. This was a console move. Then again, the Switch was also pretty new. No, Mario Odyssey, that's a game to buy a Switch for. Holy crap. You know, I don't actually know, Dream Whisperer. Is it further down? It might be all the way down here. Oh, yeah. The Mushroom Plateau. Behold. I was right. You know, my least favorite thing about the non-music is occasionally someone will just, like, remember that they're sitting at the piano and play, like, 3 notes. And it just... Do nothing, please. Or, I don't know, here's a random thought. Give me the option to mute the music. Like, audio sliders, you know, that's a thing. I have not gotten a single one of the mushrooms I actually want here. I have gotten a Robo's Tall, though. Not sure what to do with Robo's Tall. I'll have to figure that out. There's one. One. Oh, jeez. I only got one out of all this? Oh, no, hang on. There's apparently another one somewhere. Somewhere? Yeah, no real options whatsoever, honestly. It's really weird. There we go. Ah. Thank you for your support, Robostall. I'll put that towards the salt removal fund. Oh yeah, we also just had the Master Sword break again. Account. I mean, it does. That's why I'm saying that so defensively. I'll put that towards AC Valhalla. And 2 other things of my choosing. Yeah, I've actually been thinking about that. Lack of options is kind of a tricky one to give negatives to. Because, like, if we just gave every game a lack of options negative, then basically every game from before, like, 2005 would probably get that negative. And the overwhelming majority of console games. So I try to be point-specific about those kind of negatives. Like, a situation where there's really no excuse for there to be a lack of options. Or where the lack of options actually detracts from the enjoyment of the game. A.k.a. the definition of a negative. So I'm not going to give Metroid 1 that negative, for example. But I did give that negative to Metroid Dread, if you remember. Plus for Korok Seeds. Oh, sorry. Alright. Let me think about this for a second. And yeah, lack of options can work if you've designed your game around it. I mean, honestly, even Tide Island, this very game, is going to qualify for that. I know, a noble name. I'm sorry. I can't mute the game. I want to. I would gladly play this game in silence if I could just play my own soundtrack. I have failed you as a streamer. Yeah, it's another good example. Pokemon Gen 1 is not going to get the saves limitation negative because it was a prototype Game Boy game. I don't have any right now. I've got one. What'd you do? But yeah, there's a little bit of a gradient there, because when exactly do we start giving the Pokemon games the one save negative thing? So we probably won't do that with Pokemon Gen 2. But I think by the time we get to Gen 3, GBA, we could probably safely start giving that negative. Or something like, say, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Let's use a more modern example. Okay, so we're about to hear some battle music, so we're going to pause that for now. What is all this malice goop? Ugh. Yeah, at the very latest, Gen 4. So sometime in between Gen 3 and Gen 4. I'm going to go and jot down that negative. I mean, not to put too fine a point on it, but they had saves on the NES. Multiple saves on the NES. You know? Okay, so he still hasn't upgraded. That's good. I was looking into the world state thing a little bit. It's kind of interesting. Because if you think about it, most Zelda games have something like the world level concept. It's just in most Zelda games... Jesus Christ. Can't even get up and start the battle. In most Zelda games... Time of the rain there. Help, Denny! In most Zelda games, it usually happens when there's a specific trigger that makes the world state move forward into a more difficult version of itself, right? Either you've gotten so many hearts... What? What was that? Or you finished a certain boss, or you've accomplished certain quests. Jesus Christ, I cannot seem to dodge him to save my life. Literally. I don't understand why I'm not dodging this guy. So screw you. Oh wow, that did absolutely nothing. He just ignored that. He ignored that too. Wow, that's impressive, honestly. I'm actually impressed. I think he's photobombing that too. Bull crap, game. Can't even tell where I am. Jesus. Ugh. What? What? I hope you enjoy the movie, comma. I haven't heard much about it, period. Jesus Christ. That's a really good question. So Evo asked the question of the crowd, and for anybody on the VOD who wants to answer this as well. drew you to this game if you weren't already a Zelda fan? Fine, I'll heal. I mean, yeah, Robostall, absolutely. 100%. I'm sure graphics are a lot of it, because, like it or not, as much as we all rail about how much gaming has been ruined by the pursuit of graphics, the fact of the matter is that a large number of people will buy a game purely based on how it looks. That's just life. Please drop the parts I actually need. I think this game looks gorgeous. I do. Other than the obvious eye-searing garbage, which I have dinged. I think you're right, Frieza. I do think this game looks legit, and I stand by that. Thank you, Dream Whisperer. Always appreciate you. Listen, Lord Harriman. In all honesty, as weird as it's going to sound, and I'm probably wrong, we're probably done with negatives for the most part. Unless something comes up that's really awful. Most of those negatives are systemic negatives, things that are part of the game systems, right? The durability problem, of course, being the big one. Traversal being an issue. Itemization being an issue. The seconds and minutes padding. The graphics, eye-searing issues. All of that systemic stuff. Very little of that. Very, very little of that is content. And we have a lot of content left to cover, as really insane as that sounds. So, point being, we have plenty of room to grow for positives and not nearly as much room to grow for negatives. Final boss, we'll get there. We'll get there. Right. Okay, so. Let's go ahead and swap armor. Everyone's favorite activity. And yeah, there's... I'm not saying we're completely dry on negatives. I'm just saying the rate of negative acquisition is definitely going to go down. Go ahead and spoil me one thing. Does Tears have a loadout system? Damn. Alright. That's alright. Oh, that's one piece up to 2 stars. No, Blade Devil. If we're doing that, we'd have to give Ocarina a negative for that. Like, I'm sorry. Ocarina definitely has the most terrifying fairies. Evo, stop talking down your own accomplishments. Or I will go find a newspaper. Oh, wow, I've got tons of materials to upgrade these. I might as well do that while I'm here. Also, you remember what they sounded like in Ocarina, right? Just, wow, you know. In answer to your own question, Evo, I think that this game hit 3 separate circles of players on the Venn diagram. I think there's people who think it looks pretty, which, again, I want to stress, it does. This is a very gorgeous looking game. Definite props to the art style. Second of all, I think that the appeal of having a... what do we call it? Time killer game? Is very appealing to people. And therefore, they were like, hell yeah. No, I'm dead serious about that statement. Like, I know that sounds insulting. I do not mean it as such. This is definitely a time killer game by design. And a lot of people want that. This is a game that it's like, alright, you know, I've got a couple hours after work or after school, plop down, and just roam Hyrule for a while, right? Looks like I'm gonna need Sunset Fireflies. Exactly, Blade Jamal. Yeah, no, exactly, Ren 36. You've just got a puzzle, and you're just slow-moding your way through it. There's no rush. To be clear, that does not change my opinion on several of the aspects of padding in this game. Nothing is preventing this game from being better designed than it is, and still being a time killer game. This world is still huge. There's still tons of shrines to do, most of which are good. And there's still a lot of interesting and fun and dynamic gameplay in this game, which, by the way, is the third category. This is definitely a screw-around-in game. And very much designed to be. In fact, from what I understand, Tears is the same way. Like, just, here you go, here's a bunch of systems. Interact with them how you will, and players tend to get creative about that sort of thing. As they should. That's pretty cool. And I think that's the 3 major circles right there of players that really dived into this one. Like, this is the kind of game you break out when your friends are over, and you're like, dude, check this out. Right? I know some of you understand that vibe. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to sound judgmental. But you're worthless and terrible! Or, I mean... But some of you do know exactly what I mean by that vibe, right? Oh, dude, you gotta see this. Okay, so... Yeah, Animal Crossing is another game of pretty much the exact same market. I should note that I really don't like Animal Crossing. Don't mistake me, it's not necessarily a bad game, it's just, it is a game totally devoid of content for me. So it's like, why would I play this? Let's go over here. Here. No. Here. I stand by the negatives, though. Because, again, a lot of the negatives I gave are systemic negatives. Mechanics negatives. Flaws in basic game design negatives. 1 save slot. No real options menu to speak of. Everything taking 7,000 years to get through. Oh, jeez, Frieza, that sounds like that sucks. We're gonna... I guess we can go talk to this place. Fine, fine, fine. Let's go see what nonsense is going on up here. Let me get my, killing gear going on. Who are you? Who are you? My name's Moza. I'm trying to perfect an ultimate dish, so I'm training in isolation. Your smoke signal? Smoke signal? Oh, you mean the smoke. This is not a smoke signal. As you can see, I'm in the middle of cooking. But you're burning it. Burning it? You're saying I've messed up. I see. Lady. For some reason, no matter how hard I try to cook something wonderful, it always burns out badly. I thought up this ultimate recipe myself. Why is it happening?
Oh.
So, I represent lavish meat, ancient meat, and ultimate survival. Let's try the lavish meat. Okay, so meat plus ore. That sounds gross. Yeah, that's not nice. Cooking delicious meat with shiny ore is the only way. Also want to create a truly lavish meat. To be honest, what I always end up is rock-hard food. How did that even get so rocky anyways? When I use ingredients I'm certain will be perfect, there are times I mess it up. Cooking's complicated. Alright, I'm gonna leave now. Bye forever. Yeah, also, like, this is a giant pile of waste and death. And you'd think, oh my god, what horrible battle happened here. No, it's just this person cooking. Not a very good job of cooking, but, you know. Alright, who's ready for the worst song in the game? I have actually given this song 2 negatives, by the way. And I stand by that. The first negative should be self-evident, if I'm being blunt. But the second negative is for quantity. We have to listen to this song for such a huge percent of the gameplay of this game. Yeah, exactly. 120 shrines, 1 song. No. You done screwed up there. Again, this is a fairly common negative we've given several games, actually. And the example I will always go to is Breath of Fire 2. A game where a good 70% of the dungeon music in the game is all 1 song. Not a particularly good song, too. Combat shrines have a different song once you enter combat. Another not very good song, while we're on the subject. Yeah, I remember being stuck on this, because the first couple, it's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, exactly, Blair Taval. Because, like, getting up there is easy. It's getting up there that's hard. I don't think that's close enough. I am correct. Okay. Sleep, Evo, sleep. I appreciate you indulging me in popping onto stream. And even watching my silly little Lorecrafts. Lorecraft plug, Lorecraft plug. Good night, Evo. Get good rest. Yeah, see, I can get up to here. This is the exact problem I had last time. Now what? That's what I just did, Russ. The only reason I could get this far is I used 2 bombs and an arrow. And if you're paying attention, I kind of bomb jumped the arrow, too. Come on, you just did it. Come on, you just did it. God damn it. There we go. Oh, come on! A little bit further back. A little bit further back. Oh, come on. And it's like, no, that's all you get. I give up. I don't have enough of a brain to do this. What's the answer? Although, you know... I just did that. Still, that's how I got... That's 2 times now someone has suggested the strategy I used. Tell me you don't actually watch me without saying it. Wait, the laser can be picked up? Oh my god. Really? Does anything anywhere indicate that the laser can actually be picked up? Don't answer that question. I suppose I'll see what's in the chest now. No, I know, Ross. It is a little depressing every now and then, I'm not going to lie to you, but I understand that most people don't actually watch me. I'm probably not worth actually watching. Which is why I am a small-time streamer. Thank you for telling me how to do that. It's got to be the simplest puzzle in the whole thing, and I just completely blanked on it. No, I do not, Yura. But at the end of the day, I would only give it 1 negative. I didn't have to hear it so often. I might not even give it that 1 negative. I would debate that. The last one was really good, comma. So that's a good sign, period. Okay. I was about to say, could we ever pick up the thing otherwise? The lasers. Oh, I forgot to... No, it's such a hard question, Lord Harriman, because there's so many good boss fights. Like, you gotta narrow it down at least a little bit. Alright, hang on. Let me just try the most viscerally enjoyable boss fight, story and gameplay-wise, I've ever fought. My knee-jerk answer is the final boss of Legion in World of Warcraft. Barring that, I would also mention Sephiroth from Kingdom Hearts 1 and Sephiroth from Kingdom Hearts 2 for different reasons. Yeah, really? Oh, they probably sell them. Yeah. You don't like that fight, Rain 36? That fight is awesome. Are you kidding me? If we're gonna count Ganondorf in Twilight Princess, we'd probably count like all of him. Yeah, I'm also rather fond of the second to last boss of Metroid Prime 1 on hard. And yeah, Twilight Princess Ganondorf is awesome. I do, personally, Lord Harriman. And nobody else agrees with me. I've always found that kind of funny. Well, a lot of people I know think that the Kingdom Hearts 2 final boss is both harder and more memorable than the Kingdom Hearts 1 Sephiroth fight. I do not agree with that. Test something really quick here. I do agree the combat's better in Kingdom Hearts 2. No arguments there. But, I don't know. I felt like I just outgeared the fight in Kingdom Hearts 2. How did that work out, Ross? Yeah, I was actually looking for like some kind of chart or list or something to that effect, Frieza, and finding absolutely nothing. There's a 3-minute triple. I have streamed every FromSoft game at this point, and beaten every FromSoft game at this point without cheats, except for Demon's Souls. Sorry, that's a lie. I've beaten every Souls-like other than Demon's Souls. Let me be more clear about that. I forgot that FromSoft has made games other than the Souls-likes. Sorry, I'm sorry. I misspoke. Jesus Christ. Corrected myself instantly, too. Couldn't correct myself quickly enough. I've also played Kingsfield 4. It is one of the worst games I've ever reviewed. No offense, Mr. Red. And for the record, no, I'm not a big fan of them. You want to talk about some bad game design decisions? My God. Interface, options, controls, quality of life features. None of that exists in Soulsborne's. Elden Ring was nevertheless a fairly big step forward, and I'll always give it credit for that. That would be really funny, Mr. Red. So what is a higher tier defense thing? Amaranth? Is Amaranth higher tier than the mushroom? We do have the... That's right, we do have the armored porgies, which I think I actually have one. Oh, nope, I have an armored carp, my bad. I have a mighty porgy. Oh, I do have an armored porgy. Let's see what this gives us. That is a triple. Damn it. And another triple. You know what? I'll take it. I got 3 triples. That'll work for now. I probably don't have it, do I? Oh, I do have armored carp, but not armored porgy. I'd have to find an armored porgy. Just looking at what else we got here. No, you know me, I don't like seafood here. Not since the surgery. An armored corgi. I'm pretty sure I've seen a picture of a corgi with, like, armor on at least once in my life. Like a drawing, you know? Good afternoon, Dark Day. Okay, so, removing MMO boss fights and skipping past Kingdom Hearts. Best boss battle. Well, let's hit the stream breaks, because the only way I can answer that by looking at the notes I've taken in this very review series of everything I've been doing for the last, like, 2.5 years. Let's see. Bosses. Here we go. Wow, I gave Metroid Other M 9 negatives to bosses. I stand by it. So, no spoilers, but the final boss of Devil May Cry 5 absolutely is in the running. That is a really, really good fight. I do love getting gas, although I hate getting gas. I think so, Lord Harriman. Yeah, I mean, Devil May Cry 5 was just legit for bosses, as it should be. I would be remiss if it did not mention the final boss of Yoshi's Island. It's not the best, but it deserves some kind of mention. Also, several bosses in Shovel Knight were really, really good fights. Let's see, what else have we got here? I'm just going to skip over the Mega Mans for the moment. Let's just skip over those. The tester wheel in AM2R is a recent one that got a pretty large amount of positives. Pretty much every boss in Luigi's Mansion 3 popped. Hades had some good bosses. Diablo 3 had some good bosses. the big boss fight. Not the last one, but the big one in Pokemon Arceus. Which is, I kid you not, probably the best Pokemon fight ever. Like in the whole franchise. That was an extremely good fight. And then we have 173 boss positives for FF14. So, now that's just the games we've reviewed. Obviously, that doesn't count like the Final Fantasies or the Zeldas or anything like that. Oh, wow, we'll surpass that. Like, pretty much by the moment we hit Cataclysm, almost every single boss in the game will start getting its own positives. There are some exceptions to that, of course. Well, we got on his back. We just had to fly up from it. I'm almost positive Gygas got a positive. You know what I mean. Ow. I should probably actually eat the food I just cooked for this fight. I am not here, no. Like, at most, I'll be like, so here it is. What happened there? I'm legitimately not sure what happened. Hello, Czar. Of course. Get up. I have heard the rumor, Huthor. I hope it's good. Assuming it's real, of course. What? I didn't even move. Well, I am now out of two-handers. So that's cool. Well. Gonna make do. Can I get any parts out of that? I think I didn't. I mean, I know these are just red ones. But, like, no, I still have the one hoof. Looks like I got one horn out of that. Well, cool. Yeah, I'm hesitant to fight the one in the snowfield, because fighting those in the snow is just a thing, but sure, why not? Why not? Yeah, by the way, the reason I'm killing Lionels is for their parts. That is actually a primary goal of mine. Getting the Berserker suit as upgraded as possible is important, but getting it at least to rank 2 is a high priority. Star 2, I mean. And of course it's cold up here, so that sucks. Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, whatever. This is gonna really suck. We gotta do this without a damage buff, without good weapons. Sure. Well, I mean, if we're gonna do that, we might as well go hog wild, so let's just do this. No, I don't think it would have lost anything, Vandalia. The Temporal Cold Ore was never used properly. You know what? I changed my mind. So this guy hits harder, has more health, and is basically worse in every way. It's the explosion attack that does that much damage when I have 3 defense ups. And there goes my shield out of nowhere. Why aren't you dodging? What? Why? He didn't even try to dodge there. He just didn't dodge. And my sword just broke? It wasn't even low on health. Why did that break out of nowhere? That's our first death there. Oh, yeah, that was... How many things just broke? So that was both shields, and then the broadsword, and then the weapon using another guy. There we go. I'm actually losing track of how much that's happening, because that's happening so much. Master Sword's almost out, so that's cool. About to run out. Goes. Okay. I got a couple other swords. Well, that was me running full tilt to get out of that, and I could not outrange that. Wow. I believe it is possible to parry that damage. I also apparently shoot him in the face for it, too. He is just chewing through my weapons. That's 2 more, by the way. Okay, well, let's switch over to this thing. Running out of healing items, too. I actually don't have a shield left at all, by the way. Just remember, I also have a triple defense buff right now, which is as much as it gets. Since he's not facing me, we're just going to try and outdistance that. Yeah, the armor, there's nothing I can do about that. Not really. I don't know what you mean, Sir. I only give it 18 negatives. There's another one, by the way. We might not manage this just because we might not have enough ammo to kill this guy. Literally, we might not have enough ammo to push through his hull. And we're dead. Wow! Well, that sucked. Slightly different approach. We're going to try that one more time. But we are going to be cold and just live with being cold. That is a white. Well, that was very strange. I literally couldn't aim. So we just immediately take a giant hit to the face as a starting the fight tax. Of course, doing worse this time, because now I know what I'm doing. That's just how that works. Let's start working this over. I knew there was going to be a third swing there. He just usually doesn't get that far in his swings. Cool. I'm not 100% sure what happened there, and I'm not even sure I care. Okay, you next, I guess. God damn it! I don't know why I keep getting hit by that second one. I really don't. Like, I get that it's an offset of the timing. But I don't know why it works sometimes, it doesn't work other times. Like, I'm not doing anything different input-wise. God damn it. This ant. Hey, it's the first time taking fire arrows. Some guts. And some savage gear, which is going to be nice. Oh. Yeah, that's the first fire arrows we've seen pretty much since we started. Like, that's not really a joke. There we go. Yeah, that's a 32 triple. That's a mean bow. Probably gonna hold on to that for a minute. Ugh. Okay. I also got a savage one-hander, which is really nice. Unfortunately, it's only the one. But, you know, not here to complain. Let's save after we did that. No reason. I mean, it's kind of mandatory, Lord Harriman. You mentioned the idea that we're low level. God, you're right, Frieza. The problem is, to get higher level, we need to kill stuff like that. That's pretty much our barrier to progressing. We need to upgrade our freaking gear. And then we need to get the world in a higher state, which I know how to do, in order to get better weapons. But I really want a bare minimum of a 2-star Berserker suit before I really start progressing. So, let us go to a place. Hang on, let me do something else real quick. Let's freeze really quick. Very important. And then let's go... Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. I never turned that quest in. I should go turn that quest in. But that's I guess, the answer to your question, Lord Hermod. By definition, it's worth it, because the only way to progress is to churn through that many weapons. The good news is we just burned through a lot of weapons, which means when we start doing some shrines, we won't have that, oh, please don't give me a weapon kind of a thing, because... Yay. That's, admittedly small comfort, but it is something, and I'll take it. Yeah, I'm almost positive we're still on a basic level world state. At absolute most, we're like level 1, you know? One step up. Enemies get stronger, and enemies get harder, but also the weapons they drop get better too, if you're wondering. So I need, let's see, hooves, looks like. I need one more hoof, which I can get off of reds. No, I need 3 more hooves. So I need 3 more hooves off of reds. I'm not sure where another convenient Lionel is off the top of my head. Oh, actually, you know what? No, I do know where one is. But I'm not sure we have the weapons to go kill it right now. In fact, we absolutely do not. Yeah, the jungle's the one I was thinking of. Like, these four, this is kind of what I've got to kill that. That's a maybe. I don't know. That's going to leave us pretty dry, too. Let's gamble. No, not that one, let's do this one. I don't have a great selection right now. Let's see if we can get a couple more weapons. And we'll try the jungle Lionel. What do I need? 3 hooves? Naturally, a Lionel is not going to drop 3 hooves. It might drop 1. I just realized most of my weapons right now are Lionel pieces. That says something, I think. Oh god, Uthor, what do you got? What do you got for me? So that's 2 more breaks. Alright, let's bring up this thing. The plume arrow. Ah! Thought I couldn't do it, didn't you? Thankfully, actual healing items are relatively cheap and plentiful, so... What? There's another one. Well, we kind of only have 1 weapon left. It's my best weapon, ironically. I've just ruined 2 durability on it for no good reason. So that cost me 3 weapons, but I got 1 back. At least that's one of the good ones. That's a Guardian Plus weapon. Speaking of which, I'm going to switch that immediately. I had the wrong armor on that entire fight. God, no wonder I was doing so little damage. That is, of course, the other reason I really want to upgrade the weapons, or the armor, excuse me. The damage boost is just going to be worth it, period. Even in just how much it's going to save me on durability cost alone, you know? Alright, this one is up here, I want to say. Don't worry, I'll remember to put on my real armor this time. Who knows, Uthor. Next thing, it'll be that, like, indistinct pseudo 3D effect look that Spider-Verse had that gives me a headache. And that's why I refuse to watch that movie again. Good movie. I'm not a big fan of headaches. Well, plus eventually it'll have more armor too, Frieza, but yeah, you're... But yeah, the stamina boost will be nice. Set bonus. What I really want is a little bit more armor. That's true, Uthor. Where's this asshole? Where is he? That's a Hinox. Don't worry. If Uthor wanted to call me a moron, all you have to say is continuity. Yeah, I unironically thought I had a bad copy of the film when I first watched it. When I started watching Spider-Verse. And I went looking into it, trying to figure out if it was just me or if it was my copy or whatever. I found several other people complaining about the same thing. But for the most part, nobody was talking about it. It was very strange. Like, nobody was talking about it. Am I in the wrong spot? I thought it was up here. I tried to speed it up. I don't know what you want from me. There he is. I have anything else? I have the Savage Lionel sword. No. It's a shame you can't go up above triple some of these buffs, you know. I wouldn't mind stacking damage even more, you know? Especially with how much health things have in this game. Okay. I'm just gonna take it on the chin here. What? Not you, Guthor. The fact that it just tossed me in the air like that. Remind me to refill my healing items after this. No reason. That's really weird, Lord Hermon. I wonder what it was. I might not have the kit to deal with this guy right now. Don't worry, Mr. Ed, we're also absolutely nowhere in the overall progression of the story. It super is not, Lord Hermon. The good news is that only took us an entire weapon to kill him, speaking of which. We got one hoof of the 3 I need, so I just need to get 2 more hooves. Okay, that's all we're going to do for Lynels for right now, I think. Mostly because I'm not sure where any of us are, and we're really, really, really short on weapons. I might have to dip into Hyrule Castle at this point. I am really dry on armament. I don't really know a good other place to get weapons off the top of my head. Just go do this while I'm thinking about it. That's right, a shield with durability. Well, I could get a wooden club, Lord Hermon. It would be garbage, but I could get it. Actually, yes, Uthor, last night and this morning. It's really, really good. I know that's a bit of a dismissive summarization statement, but no. They put a lot of thought into that. Did you notice that some of the individual quests have actually been improved to make it easier and smoother to do? Basically, doing some basic quality of life changes. Some of them also tag easier, as if they were anticipating a large group of people running through and doing them. I also love all the items you can grab. Are we? Yeah, we are. Okay, cool.
Oh.
I will admit the framing device has me concerned. That kind of a story thing can go very badly very quickly. So we'll see what they do with it. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more hooves and more guts, which means we need to start killing higher level Lynels. And we need a lot of Lynels in general, because we need hooves. Cool.
Oh.
Hey, the Master Sword's powers come back. Sweet. In World of Warcraft right now, there's an event called the Pandaria Remix, in which you can make a brand new seasonal character and go do an alternate version of Pandaria. Yeah, I think you're right, Snake Eyes. That is probably the correct call here. Remind me, what's the Blood Moon do to cooking? Because, like, I'm already getting full restores, so what's the added benefit? I also have no idea how long it's going to be till Blood Moon. Ah, gotcha. Actually, I did know that in Hopeful Name. And I believe there's a piece of gear that actually increases the damage from that, if I'm remembering correctly. What am I doing? What am I doing? Well, plus I'm hoping they don't dip too much into the multiverse thing, Mr. Red. You know me and multiverses. Let's do 3 more. Let's just do that. This is why nobody actually watches me right here. Because this is what that entails. No, I know that's not actually how that works. Some streamers I know do some of the most boring challenge runs in the universe. Like, just mind-numbingly grindy crap. And it's like, God, what are you doing? Okay. So I didn't get my armor upgraded as far as I wanted. And can't, effectively, right now. Don't we do this? Yeah, it's another thing. Some speedrunners just stream their practice runs, and it's like, yeah. It's really funny because oftentimes you will see a successful run looks like a practice run, probably because it was. And they're just chatting. And just chatting to stream, like, hey, what's up? Is it further north of here? I was going to do something on the side really quick. But I suppose you're right. We should just go clean up some shrines. So let's just do that really quick. We have the Master Sword back, so we at least have a little bit of durability to play with. See, I think Mr. Red wants to do an X-Test story about how the judges are evil and corrupt. And I know this because the first thing any writer wants to do when they're given a setting is they take whatever rule they were just told about that setting, and they say, okay, I want to break that rule. Can I break that rule? This is not a joke. This is such a normal thing for writers. It's common to the point of normal. It's like, all right, I want to write. I want to watch. I want to write for Star Trek. But hang on, hear me out. What if the Federation was secretly evil? What if the Federation was evil? What if we came up with the worst plot point in the history of Star Trek? Or, sorry. Good, Lord Harrimont. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. It admittedly irritates me a little bit, because everyone who's ever tried to write under me or for me has had that exact same instinct of, I want to break it! Or, you know, screw with it, or whatever. It's like I said, it is normal. Even, like, professional writers talk about this. One of the first things that was talked about, so I mentioned Star Trek earlier. One of the first things, and this is not a joke, was, okay, we're starting up TNG, we're establishing a new warp scale, and that's going to be our limit. One of the first things the writers of TNG Season 1 wanted to do was immediately break the warp scale and go faster than warp 10. That's not a joke. You can look that up if you don't believe me. If you give writers limitations, they will immediately try to be like, oh, I want to break that. It's so normal. Like, one of the first, so when I opened up the extant for people to write, exactly what it was, to write for people, for people to write stories in the extant, two of the first entries were people who absolutely wanted to completely break the extant in ways that could not happen. Neither of those stories got finished either. I was willing to work with them and try to, you know, do something, but that didn't go anywhere, so whatever. Well, the good news is, Huthor, it's treatable on an outpatient basis. Yeah, it's basic subversion, Frieza. Like I said, sorry, I say that like it's an insult. It is normal subversion. It might be a better way to phrase that. And that is why the box exists, though. And there is a box for pretty much every setting. Oh, this is just a gimme one. Oh, sure, whatever. In Season 1, yes, Ross, that's actually the incident I was just referencing. Well, that's kind of crap. Yeah, this cost me a scale of that dragon I've been farming. Not a great trade, but whatever. It's 1/4 of a stamina. No, it happened in Season 1 of TNG, where no one has gone before, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, unfortunately, what I really want to do is get weapons to kill lights. Oh, well. Yeah, the holodeck could simulate going warp 10. Yeah, that's a thing that happened. And the more you think about that, the less sense it makes. Anyways. Aren't you glad I got all these places unlocked off camera? The worst part is I kind of want to get the optional chest now because I'm sort of farming for weapons, so... Oh, really quick on here. Do you mind? Try and take a picture. Go away. Really? Yeah. Oh, whatever. Give it up. I don't care that much. Nope. Bows, that's useless. Okay, I know you tend to be a little contrarian, Huthor. But you cannot possibly like the second worst episode of Trek and the third worst thing in Trek ever. You can't. There's no way. You can't. You are lying. I do not believe you. Listen, Lord Herman, I know you can be contrarian. But, no. I mean, if you're MST3K'ing it, that's whatever. Yeah, I think that is what it wants me to do. So let's try... No, Mr. Red, you are not allowed to be contrarian. Aw, I can't bullcrap it. Alright, fine. We'll do it legitimately, I guess.
Yep.
Come here. Ugh, God damn it. All nice and everything. I can't rotate these stupid things, so I gotta go down here to do this. Yep, come on. Come on. I suppose the only answer I could give Huthor is literally everything. There we go. This is how you get the chest. This is the intended... Whoa, shoot, I lost it. I lost it using the very intended method of getting the chest. Come on! Up. Hang on. See, I can't believe that. Who would actually like Mass Effect 2? That's crazy talk. There, got the chest. It's gonna be junk. It's junk. Cool. Okay. Almost completely worthless. When you say around the back, 'cause there's the exit, like right now. Oh, there it is. Oh, Huthor loves Code of Honor. And Turnabout Intruder. You know what? I'll take rupees. I have heard one person ever say they like Code of Honor. They were the kind of person who probably doesn't belong on my show, I think is how I'm going to phrase that. Consequently, I haven't seen them in a while. Weird how that works out. Okay, speaking of which, Hitler, fascist, suicide. Just get that out of the way really quick. Just while we're here. Gotta get our contractual obligations out of the way. Nemesis the episode. So I haven't gotten to Voyager yet in the lore run. So I'm trying to save most of my thoughts on Voyager, because the last time I saw Voyager was for the Ruminations, and that was a while ago. Having said that, I think probably the best part about Nemesis is the ending where he's not over it. What, the Voyager crap that's going to get unlisted, by the way? Assuming we recover Voyager again. That's... I didn't know introductions were even a feature on Twitch. Because it's old and it's terrible, Trihexia. But mostly for YouTube marketing reasons. Well, thank you for joining us on Noble Name. As I like to say, we're cool with lurkers, but if you want to poke your head in, chat and share and just talk. As you can see, we just kind of chill, you know. We're more than welcome to. Well, nothing yet, Dream Whisperer. Whoops. Okay. Could you not? You're just wasting my durability. Why are you doing the leaping attack? Why would you do that? I still don't remember what thing we were supposedly disagreeing about back in the Twilight Princess run. Like, I've been wondering about that. Oh, goody. A boomerang. The most worthless weapon in the entire game. How mod-friendly is this game? Now, I would, of course, never play this game on PC in any manner in which you can mod the game and get it working without durability and, you know, a bunch of other little, like, cheaty kind of things, like speeding up, like, how fast it loads and optimizing a couple things, changing around the graphics, and other kinds of, but none of that is something I would ever touch. But for those of you who have, what kind of mod scene does this game have? Because real talk, I haven't actually looked into it. I do know this game had a hell of a mod scene for a while there, and then I dropped out of it. So I'm not actually sure. Okay. Oop. Miyamoto's like, I sense the P word. There's a dog petting mod. Is there really? That's awesome. Yeah, okay, sure. You know, that's a valid point. I withdraw my complaints, Sabako. Come on, good weapon. Okay, that's a total garbage weapon. I'll take it. That is pretty much the definition of a trash weapon. I think we're in a low-level zone, so I don't think we're getting anything here. Just getting the vibe. A Matter of Time. That's a great, perfect, wonderful, amazing episode. Which one is that? Is that Rasmussen? Okay, that is Rasmussen. So, let me just go ahead and give a lot of praise to the actor who plays Rasmussen in that episode. I know I said that in the room, but I stand by that. His character is written to be a slimy, irritating, frustrating, greasy asshole who everyone hates. Which is absolutely not what we see on the screen. Which actually kind of makes the episode worse, if I can be blunt for a second. Because all the other actors are acting like he's, you know, a used car salesman. And he's not. He's fine. Yeah, it was originally going to be Robin Williams, but there was a scheduling issue. Yeah, no, exactly. Matt Frewer just can't help but be Matt Frewer. And he's kind of awesome. And so the episode is disjointed. It's the kind of thing I would probably ding in a review. Because, while he's awesome, the episode doesn't actually convey the message correctly. Ignoring that, I do like a lot of the points brought up in the episode. The speech that Picard gives is, try to be shocked, awesome. And it is probably the highlight of the entire episode for me. Having said that, the twist with him, which I will not speak of what it is exactly, did not land for me at all. I was utterly unimpressed by that. It also arguably doesn't work at all. And probably needed at least 2 more polishing passes to really make that work. And it didn't, so there we are. Rick Berman when he writes is very... He actually has a very, very overt and obvious writing style. He likes there to be big, flashy action. And he likes things that are surface-level, interesting ideas. Oh, hey. There's our lightning resistance armor. Surface-level ideas that are interesting if you think about them for 5 seconds. But if you think about them for 10 seconds, they fall apart instantly. Almost everything he's ever done makes no sense the moment you put any thought into it. That's Rick Berman. He really wanted to Hollywood up Star Trek, in addition to the McDonald's thing I've talked about several times. And so a lot of the big flashy action scenes were done at his behest, for good and for bad. Well, that's it for this area. We've done a really thorough job of sweeping all the areas we've covered so far. Oh, I know, right, Ross? Jerry Taylor is not someone I usually associate with good writing, but here we are. Let's finish a quest really quick, just while we're here. More like 80%ing, but yes, actually, Lord Aramont. The shrines, at the very least, we kind of want to do, because content. Alright, this could be a thing. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's do that one first. Hello. I like how you spotted me instantly there. Yeah, by the way, there's 2 of those damn things. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be good at all. A noble name. The odds of it actually being good are so low, I would put them at 0. Or at the very least approaching 0. Now, don't mistake me, the Mario movie was... not as bad as it could have been, I think is how I'm going to phrase that. But... what I anticipate from any future Nintendo movies is more of that. I might see them if my nieces are interested in seeing them, and otherwise, I just have no interest. The Yui Bowl Metroid movie. Is he still doing movies? Oh, I know, Huthor. It's why we're going to get more movies like that. I also think, if I might be blunt, that there's at least a little bit of a honeymoon period with the Mario movie. Because people look at it and say, oh my god, we finally got a video game movie that doesn't suck. Which is, of course, a lie. We've actually had several video game movies that don't suck. But the attitude of video game movies that suck is so prevailing that it's still that attitude still persists. It's, if I could use another parallel, it's like, oh my god, there's just so many. 1 second. There we go. There's just so many microtransactions. If only we could have a AAA game that wasn't littered with microtransactions, which we have lots of. We have tons of those. No, Baldur's Gate 3 comes along, and oh my god. We finally got a game that doesn't have microtransactions. Yes, we did, and that's good. But you see my point. That general consensus persists even when it's no longer true. I don't know if that's kind of a Mandela effect sort of a thing. But it's absolutely a thing I've noticed in just general popular consciousness. I'm a victim of that too, by the way. Although I do try pretty hard to avoid that in, the last, I don't know, 8 years of my life or so. Okay. Well, I wasn't looking for shrines, but there's a shrine right there. What I'm really looking for is, I think, that tower over there. But I'm not sure I want to grab that tower yet. It is very pretty. This game is shocking in how gorgeous it looks. And I don't just mean, like, you look out and it's like, like, there's design to that. The specific placement of the fog to make it look a little bit more real, a little bit more believable. When you get close, that fog is mostly gone, right? It's just, visuals. But they add it in this kind of a thing. There's also little details like there's a whole lot of blades of grass that you only see when you're right on them. The view radius on that is very small. But the blades of grass are designed such that you wouldn't even notice that they're popping in, because they're just 1 or 2 tiny shades off of the actual grass texture that's underneath them. So you only really notice when you're right there and you're staring at them. But if I were to look over there, none of that grass is rendered over there, but when I get closer. And so forth and so on. There's a lot of good design to the visuals of this game. That's awesome. Any questions? Yes, you in the back. Fine, since it's right there. And this one, since it's right there. Okay, so is that the river I want? I may need to actually unlock the map here to figure out where I'm going. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Look at our route. Look at us. Look at that spider web. God, that's crazy. Oh, my God, Lord Harrowot. That sounds awesome. I guess we want that. Well, alright, whatever. Let's go do that. Yeah, you can really tell. I bet you most players routing on this... Here, hang on. Let's pull that up again for a sec. I bet you most players routing on that would look a little bit more like this. Whereas me, I'm like, okay, go here, then go here, then go here, then go here, then go here. Like I've practically drawn the roads. The roads. Excuse me, the roads. Well, I don't know what the bike is, or where it is, or how it is, or what it is, or who it is, Dream Whisperer. But what I do know is there is something I'm going to go ahead and try to get in order to speed up some of this travel time. It might already be too late for this to be a worthwhile investor, but whatever. So we're going to grab that. Do every shrine. Well, there's your answer, I guess, Dream Whisperer. Oh, goody. Rain. And lightning. That's bad. We're going to change our direction a little bit here. No reason. Yeah, okay. Don't worry. This giant metal armor I have, not going to draw any lightning. Ignore that. Wow, that's interesting, Udor. Weird. And also, yeah, I agree with your overall point. The Warcraft movie really is 2 movies, and the difference in quality between them is weird. What, Uthor? You know, that's a good question on Noble Dame. I don't mind the lightning as an environmental thing, but at the same time, it's kind of not an environmental thing, is it? It's kind of just there and in the way and irritating. It's just, make sure you're using wooden weapons, or no weapons. One of the two. I'm gonna go with no, Uthor. I don't think I've seen the deleted scene stuff for Warcraft movie. Yeah, there's nothing there in a humans versus orcs thing. Oh, energy weapons bypass it too? I didn't know that. Listen, Directy. I'm not saying that they're paying attention to me and trying to kill me. But... you son of a Submariner. Not you, Mr. Red. You're cool. I'm ready. I'm ready, Uthor. I'm not sure if I am ready, but... we got this. Oh, looks like the lightning's over. I can actually equip a weapon now. Yes. I do remember that, Uthor. No, my son, no. It's so sad and dumb. Whoa! Draenei versus Orcs? There's a lot more history there. Both positive and negative, that's the fun part. Not a lot of people touch on that. I kind of wish there was more stories touching on how the Draenei and Orcs really got along well for a long time. Until, you know, the Legion got involved. That describes a lot of Warcraft history, doesn't it? Everything was fine, and then the Legion got involved. Sorry, random memory. When we were reviewing StarCraft 2, I mentioned that I didn't think anything could ever surpass StarCraft 2 in the review document. An opinion I still hold, it's worth noting. One of the most common suggestions for a game that would score better than StarCraft 2 is Warcraft 3. Anyways. Yes, Ross, that is exactly what I did. Stamina is more useful than hearts anyways, frankly. There's other ways to get hearts, and defense is more useful than more health in this game, by a huge margin. Hello? Can't believe it. Excuse me. Yes, you. I am Groove of the Zora. It's apparent you are a traveler, but may I ask what brought you here? I can ask you the same. Very astute of you. An excellent query indeed. I, by order of Prince Sidon, the Thirstmonger of Zora's domain, am searching for a Hylian. Or I was, but I fell asleep. I awoke to a loud noise and awful quaking, and here I am. I'd like to get down and be on my way, but I'm simply too high up. I need to figure something out. Prince Sidon is the bridge below, but I can't seem to catch his attention. But you're a Hylian, yes? My luck is improving. Prince Sidon, I found one. I found a Hylian. He doesn't seem to notice my struggle. I wish I'd swallow my fear and jump to the river below. Then I could return to him. He must be worried sick. Nope, can't do it. Too high up. I'll meet the gods of the ever after before I ever meet Prince Sidon again. Mr. Hylian, I must apologize. It'll be some time before I can get back. Please, go in on my stead. Sure thing, bucko. In like 3 or 4 days. Wait, you're kidding, Huthor. Okay. Watch this isn't even the area I need. What do you want to bet? It isn't! God damn it. All this for nothing. Alright, screw it. I'm gonna figure out where this is. Hmm. Listen, listen. We need to sex it up, okay, Huthor? You need to add sex to your movie. And I don't care how you get there. Which, I say jokingly because that is actually a very real mandate that tends to happen fairly frequently in those kind of films. It is very, very bullet pointy. Where the hell is this? I don't even see a river like this. Listen, we gotta meet the quota twice, Uthor. It's very important. Dude, I don't know. Oh my god, I'm going the complete wrong direction, aren't I? This is insane.
I got another. Me.
How do I look?
Mm.
Yeah, do you want to?
What did she say?
Nothing at the moment.
What did Maria say?
Well, I don't know. She's not here right now.
Where
I'm
is she?
streaming right now. See, say hi, stream.
Hi, stream.
All right, so we are looking for.
I got my nail.
You got your nail?
No, Papa got my nail.
Oh, okay.
See, Papa, it's not supposed to go on my nail.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Just bend it down so I had some of my nail.
Oh, whatever. Let's go ahead and grab a save.
I've been drawing with marker.
I can tell. You know how I can tell?
Yeah.
It's because you have marker everywhere.
Yeah, and on my hand.
All right. Can you do me a favor? Can you say, bye, stream?
Bye, stream. Blech.
Ah!
Upside down stream.
Why are we upside down?
Because my head's upside down.
Oh, okay.